Hey guys, it's Ro and welcome to this video. I have a really fun and exciting project to share with you guys. It's a notepad holder with a vellum front pocket and crisscross pockets in the front. And I just thought it was so cute. I wanted to make a notepad holder that had vellum featured in it, and I really like how it came out. It's so cute. And the pattern that I'm using is called Trendy Florals by Park Lane. I got it for like $5 on sale at Joann, so I was pretty happy about that because I love these floral patterns that it has. It's just so cute. So the notepad that I used is this one, and I got it at the Dollar Tree. It's a 4x6" pad, and you can get 2 or 3 out of this one. So you can make 2 or 3 of these with just one notepad. So they're about this size, each one that I put in, or you can do like 2 of them, you know, that are like this size. So lots of bang for our buck. And so let me just show you rather quickly what they look like, and we'll jump right on into the tutorial. So on the front here, inside these crisscross pockets, I just put some cutouts. This one says hello. This comes with the Trendy Floral paper pad, and I just love the colors that this one has. It's just so cute. And then this one, I just put this in. It has another card that says bloom and blossom. So I have that back there. And then this one says, how's it growing? So cute. And then I have a tag back here, a large tag that I put with the tool thing to pull on. And so that was really cute patterns in this one. And then there we go. We're working today. And then when it opens up, we can see the vellum on this side too, which I really like because you can stuff it with lots of cute patterns and fun stuff and get to see it on both sides. And then just here I put another cutout part with a washi tape that I stuck here to hold it in place. And so like that. And then here's our notepad. So it is really easy to do. And then on the back, I didn't feature the floral. It's double-sided paper, so it has this on the other side. Just so cute, fun, and easy to make. And then with this one, I wanted you to get an idea of what it would look like without the crisscross pocket in the front. And I thought it came out really cute too. You just can't go wrong with vellum. I love vellum. And so here I just have a little paper clip that I made using my hole punch. It's a scallop punch, circle punch, and then I just put a bow right on top of it, and it came out so cute. And then I just put a couple chipboard stickers in the front, another little tulle photo mat that I put there, and this is actually a pocket on the back, and I just put, it says garden vibes. Isn't that adorable? I just love this paper pad. So I'll be making more stuff with it. So that's in here, and then I put this little thing in here to do some journaling. And then when we open it up, I put this thing on the side. It has a little tuck spot here. And I just put this little card that says Happy Day in there. And a lot of this stuff that I embellished and stuff with is just from my scraps and stuff. And I put another chipboard sticker here that says, you do you, boo. No, I'm just kidding. And then I used washi tape to cover the glue. And actually, once you put the stuff inside the pocket, the glue isn't really noticeable, but I did want you to see, you know, what it would look like by covering it up if you wanted to. But honestly, I could have, you know, went on without it, but I do love the glitter washi tape. And then on this side, I actually put a pin holder in this one. I didn't put one on this one, so you can get an idea of both, but I did stick one here at the last minute. So I'll show you, it's super easy how I did it. And then I put my pin. I love these pins. I want to share with you guys because they all have a sentiment. So this one says dream big, and I got like a pack of 5 of them, and they all have different sentiments on it. So I thought those were just too adorable. So that fits perfectly right in there. And then we have our vellum notepad holder. So cute. So let's go ahead and make this. It was so fun. I do have one to show you really quick. That I have not finished, but just so you can get an idea of what the crisscross pockets look like on the front if you don't put a big old flower on top of it, and also what it looks like if you don't have vellum. So this one I didn't use vellum, so I wanted to give one a go without it, just in case you don't have any. You can also make one of these and they still turn out absolutely adorable. So let's go ahead and grab a sheet of our vellum paper and our scoreboard. And this is the pattern that I'm going to use. But first we're going to grab a piece of vellum and do our little pocket for the front first. And disclaimer, guys, my blades are on their last leg. I've said that a few times, but it's like they'll come out funky and then they'll work fine. And so then I just keep on moving. But now they're really at the end of their rope. So I'm gonna have to get new blades. But what's cool is you get this other feature when your blades run out, like this fraying on the side. No, I'm just kidding. So perfect for junk journals and stuff. All right, so with our vellum, we are going to cut this into a 10 1/4 by 6 1/2. So we'll turn it here. This is a, I believe this is a, let me show you the vellum that I'm using in case you were wondering. 93 GSM. They are 8 1/2 by 11 sheets. I got this for a pretty decent price on Amazon. So I've had plenty of vellum to use. This has lasted me a long time and I still have plenty of sheets left. So we're gonna put this on the 10 1/4 side and cut it down. And then, so 10 1/4 by 6 1/2. All right, so here we go. And then we're gonna go to the 6 1/2 side and cut it down to 6 1/2. I know I say it over and over because that's because I don't put the measurements on the screen. So just so that, make sure you get them. All right, and then on the 10 1/4 side, we are going to score at 1/4 and 5 1/4. So 1/4 and 5 1/4. So let me do this because I need help there. Okay, so 1/4 and then 5 1/4. And then we're going to turn it over like this and we're going to score it at 1/4. So just one score line on the 6 1/2 inch side. Okay, and that's it for our vellum. And then let's go ahead and grab our other sheet of paper while we have our scoreboard out. So this is where you get your designer 12 by 12 cardstock. And this is the Arcadia paper pad, just so you know on this one. I wanted to see what it looked like. I love the patterns on this paper pad as well. And so this one we are going to cut at 5 3/4 by 6 1/4. So 5 3/4 by 6 1/4. Okay, so that's this one, and then we're going to score at 5 and 5 1/4 on the 5 3/4 side. So let's see, it's my 5 3/4 side. So 5 and 5 1/4. Okay, and 5 1/4. Okay, so that's the two score lines on this one, and then we're going to need one more sheet for now. That is 5 by 5 1/2. So let's grab another sheet. See if this one's big enough. Yep, this one just makes it. So I'm going to do this one 5 1/2, and then by 5. Okay, and we'll put this sheet aside. We have this one for our back flap, so let's just go ahead and do our burnishing real quick on our lines. So we have like our 1/4 inch gusset there, and it'll go like that when we put the vellum on there. So now let's grab our vellum so we can make our pocket. And I'm just gonna put this away for a second. All right, so with this one, we'll grab our scissors and we are gonna do a little bit of cutting here. So as you can see, we have our score line here and we have a score line at the bottom. So let's turn it this way, and what we're gonna do is just cut out this little strip here. So we're gonna start here and cut it out all the way to that score line. So only this strip, we're going to leave these two panels alone, okay? So let's go ahead and cut that out. And of course you can do your angle cutting if you like. So I'm just gonna angle cut here a little bit. Okay, there we go. And then I'm just gonna cut this corner off. All right, and so our pocket's almost ready to go. So let's go ahead and fold on our score lines. Just like that. And of course you can use your double-sided tape if you prefer, or glue. whichever one works best for you, and depending on what you have in your stash and your preference. We're gonna fold this over, and when we fold, we just wanna make sure that it folds evenly on this side. So like that. Just so we have a nice, cute, even pocket. And there we go. So that is almost done. And then we will go ahead and glue here and glue here. I'll grab my glue. Where did I put it? Oh, there we go. All right, so let's go ahead and glue our pocket down. Just a thin bead of glue right there on our two little 1/4 inch panels. I'm trying to be really gentle and careful because sometimes I can go a little overboard. All right. There we go. And now we have our little top pocket here. So let's go ahead and take our sheet that we cut that has our little panel here and our little 1/4 inch gusset there. Okay. And then what we're going to do is turn it like this, and we're going to glue it like that. Let me see. I think that's how I glue it. Let me just make sure. I don't think I glued this one like that. Well, that's oh, that's why, because I glue it like this on that one. So you can really go either way. You can glue it on top of this little panel right here, this one. So you can glue it on top. You can put this, if you want to see it on the outside, you could put it there. I think what happened was because I put the crisscross pockets on this one, I didn't put the panel on the outside. So that, I think, was my reasoning there. So, but I think you can do the crisscross pockets and the panel on the outside if you want to. So just totally personal. Let's see how this one, I glued it up here. And then another thing to keep an eye on, if you are doing double-sided paper, before you glue, just make sure of which pattern that you want on the back of it, right? Because I could easily go like this and fold it over this way if I change my mind, which actually I think I'm gonna do, and have my pattern in the back. This will be the back of the notepad, and then, you know, I can go like that as well. So just keep an eye of those things before you glue, just so you can have it exactly the way that you want. And for this one, I think I will just go ahead and do it like the first one, because we're really going to focus on the crisscross pocket in the front. That really was the original design that I had in mind when I made it. So let's make sure that our opening for our pocket is up top before we glue, and then we can just go ahead and glue this. And what did I do here? Oh, okay, that's fine. All right, so we'll just glue this, put glue right here on this panel and stick it right on top like so. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I just filled up my glue bottle, so it is pouring, which I like. I'd rather have it that way than over here just struggling to get my glue out. So, all right, top is there. And we're just gonna glue that right on there like so. And I'm gonna fold it like this just so I can press it harder. There we go. And I really like when the pattern shows. Once the glue dries, you could see the pattern better behind there, and I really like how that looks. But of course, when you decorate it, you know, you could do it however you want. Or like we mentioned earlier, you can use double-sided tape. All right, so we have that part done. Then when we open it like this, let's make the little panel back here so that we can put our notepad inside of it. So that's that 5 by 5.5 sheet that we cut. And you guys know I can never find anything. All right, I think for me it's this one. And decide which side pattern that you want showing. So I'll probably go like this so that, or you can blend them. I mean, it really doesn't matter, but just so you could see it better when I glue it, I think I'm gonna go this way. And so what we wanna focus on when we glue this is we want the bottom to be exact with the bottom. Okay, so these lined up together. And then over here, we wanna make sure when we glue it that we're going right to that first score line right there, right to it, but not on top of it and not past it. Okay, so if you could see that okay? So that's our focus when we glue it. Don't worry about this side. You may have a little overage here, and that's fine. We can just cut that right off. So let's go ahead and glue this down. And you don't have to use double-sided paper by any means. Like this one that I did, this was not with double-sided paper. I just used plain black cardstock and then just decorated on top of it. So, you know, whatever works for you, depending on what you have in your stash. So I'm just gonna go ahead and glue that down right here, like so. And then we can put glue on this side and at the bottom. I do it once I have it lined up. So just a thin line of glue at the very bottom and a thin line of glue right here on the side. Okay, and this makes our pocket to stick the little cardboard piece or a couple pieces from our notepad right in there. Okay, so there we go. I want this to be at the bottom. And then I have a slight little bit of overage and some fraying, thanks to my blades. So I'm definitely gonna have to order some new ones this week. All right, so we have that, and now we can stick our little notepad there. And if you don't have a notepad, this is a cute way to just have like a pocket. You know, you can have a pocket back here and, you know, make it like that. You can make your own notepad with some copier paper sheets or something. So, you know, we use what we have. So all I did was I just kind of tore it. I eyeballed how much I wanted, and then I just kind of, I guess I didn't tear it. I must have cut it. So let's do that. Just cut it across. There we go. And so here, this might open a little bit on you, and that's fine. We'll just throw a little glue back there and to close it, and it'll be all back to normal. I did have to do that with one of mine, I remember. And we are back in business with our little notepad, and then we just take the back of it. If you've already used the cardboard for the other one, I just take a couple sheets and I just stick it back in there. And so that way you can refill it anytime you want. There we go. And then that fits right in there. And voila, fits perfectly. And I did this a little bit longer on purpose so that you'd have room to glue back there, so that we wouldn't have an issue, and also on the sides here. And that is done so far. So let's go ahead and make our little crisscross pockets for the front. If you want to do that, and see, I have enough for another notepad, and I could have even taken less off of this and made 3 if I really wanted to. So depending on how many you want to make, but this is probably a really good craft fair item. You can mass produce them. They don't take that long. All right, so I'm gonna grab my scoreboard back out, and we'll go ahead and make those little crisscross pockets for the front. So for that, we want 2 pieces that are 3 1/4 by 5. So let's see, let me get another sheet here. I think I'll just use this one. So 3 1/4 by 5. Okay, and then we want to do another one of these. We want to turn it to the opposite side, and we're going to do it again. 3 1/4 by 5. Okay, and then on the same side that you cut it on, we're going to bring it over here, and we're going to line it up corner to corner on our trimmer. So I'm going to go up here, corner to corner. And let me show you what that looks like, just in case you can't see it that well. So I just want you to be able to see it just in case. So when we cut, we want that corner right here lined up, and this corner. So you just keep moving it around till you have it exact, okay? So see how both of my corners are right there on that line where the trimmer is gonna go through? So that's how we wanna cut it. That way you have them the exact size that we need. So let me line mine back up. Now, so that it doesn't catch, I'm gonna start with my blade in the middle and just go up and down. That way I don't catch the corners on my blade. Okay, so we have these two, but the reason why we do it this way is so that the two crisscrosses actually come out like this. Otherwise, it just didn't work out. So if you have another way, go for it. But this is how it worked for me. All right, so I'm gonna line up my two corners. Now remember the pattern that I cut on, see how I'm cutting this one with this pattern up? With this one, I cut on the opposite side. That's important so that you have, because otherwise you don't have two pieces that line up with the crisscross. Well, you do if you're using double-sided, so you actually can, but if you wanted them to be the same, then you need to cut two pieces. So actually, if I wanted to use these two patterns, I only need to cut one sheet. But I remember that I had to do this twice because something with the pattern. So I think if I want both patterns to look like this, see, then it's not gonna work. I have to cut another sheet. So I hope that makes sense. So just want to give you all the options. But I actually like it like this, but let's go ahead and cut this one. Let's say I wanted both patterns like that. But I do like it with that line right there. Okay, and so now I have two of the same pattern that I can do my crisscross in the front. So I hope that made sense. But because I like this look a little bit better, I'm just gonna go ahead and use that. So let's go ahead and grab our notepad we just made. And we'll have our cute little pockets in the front. So here you can decide, we just want corner to corner glued on there, and you can decide if you want this one on top or if you want this one on top. It's just really up to you. And I think that's cute. Let me see how it looks with this one. I don't know, what do you guys think? I kind of like it with this one. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do mine like this, okay? So then all we do is just put glue here and here. Ooh, yeah, it's pouring, but I like it. I'd rather it just come out on me. All right, and so I'm just gonna move this out the way for a second here. Actually, I should have glued that one first if I want it on the back, but it's okay. We'll work around it. Let me just hurry up and get glue here. Excuse me. All right, we're gonna put glue here and here. Thin line, as thin as you can make it. Okay, and then this will go in here before this dries up on me. It's gonna go like that. Alrighty, we're almost done, guys, and we've got our cute little vellum notepad holder. Oh, look at that, it's adorable. I like this pattern on here too, it's cute. So we have the little pocket here and these pockets in here. Then we have our top pocket right here, which this would be a cute little tag in there. So we have that pocket, and then, you know, on this side you can do stuff. And when we glue it like this, we already have this here, so you can put a little thing of washi tape, but like when I put this in, you can hardly see it. But not such a bad idea to put, you know, something there if you want to decorate it, or you can even cut out a thin strip and put it of like the same pattern or a different pattern. I can do a really thin, like 1/4-inch strip and put that across there as well. So it's really up to you how you want to decorate it and just have your embellishment party at this point. But just so cute, such a fun little notepad holder. So last but not least, let's go ahead. If you want to make the little pin holder, let's just do that really quick. It's just super easy. So grab a pin that you want to use as our little thing to help us with the sizing, and then we're just gonna like cut a 1-inch strip, and it's probably a good idea to cut it so that you don't see it the same pattern as like this. I probably want to cut it, or I could do a cute pattern on top. So actually I think I'm going to use this if I have one left that I can cut down. I think I'm going to go for this one. I didn't really measure out how long, but we'll just do this together. So we want a 1-inch strip, and if this works out, I'll tell you how long it is. Let's see if this is long enough. I'm pretty sure that it is. So this is 1 inch by about 3 1/4, and then we just take our little tool here, kind of go like that, get it used to curling, and then we take our pin and kind of get the sizing with our pin. you know, so that way it's the size that we want. So that's the size that I think works out there. And so then we pull that out and we just go ahead and put a little glue here at the end of the strip, just at the end. And we just glue that together and hold it down. Super easy. Probably the easiest pin holder known to mankind. And then what I did was I just cut these little corners off just because I thought it looked a little better when I glue it down, but you don't have to. So like that, and then all I did was, I'm gonna pull this notepad out for now. Oop. Come here, little one. All right, and then you just kind of glue it wherever you want it to go. So at this point, I'd probably put my pin back in there just to help me line it up with wherever I want it. And I like it, I mean, you could put it down here so that it's even with your little pocket, or you can put it up this way. Totally up to you. And we just want to make sure that it comes in so that this round loop is on the inside of our notepad. So that's what we want to keep an eye on. And when you have it the way that you want, you can go ahead and just glue it down. So just put some glue over here. Ooh, look at me, I am gluing with my left hand. That's fascinating. All right, and so now I'm gonna line this back up here, push it down, and there we go. And I used a little bit too much glue, but that's okay, because we do wanna be kind of generous here, right? We want it to hold down really well. Maybe not as generous as me, but, and you could also use, you know, double-sided tape here as well. Totally up to you. And that is that. And then we can put our little notepad back on here. Where's the other one? Here's my other one. I'm gonna use the one with the cardboard in the back for this one. I'm gonna stick that in here, down as far as it can go. And voila, we have our little notepad holder. And this pulls to the side as well. And I'm definitely gonna have to glue this back in here so that it just holds in there. And I'll glue that right back on there. Now, you're not going anywhere, staying with me. All right, and that's back on. So we should let that dry. Perfecto. Pull my pin out, down, and there we go. Now we can start adding fun stuff inside of our pockets. Let's see what this, I just love the way these designs look behind the vellum. So fun. I don't have any other ones, let's see. And we can stuff stuff in here. We can put stuff there as well. Oh my goodness, just so adorable. Oh, just love it. All right, guys, so I think I've kept you long enough. Thank you for hanging out with me. So fun making these little notepads. I hope you enjoy them as well as much as I did. And I will check you guys out in our next video. Happy crafting. I'll see you next time.